Every day, many businesses and industries around the world have to understand and process an influx of data. This data is crucial to expanding their organizations since it can have a small or significant impact on the flow of business. To process all of this information, specific tools and algorithms are used. This is called data science. But what is data science and why is it so important? What is data science? Data science is a discipline that involves using mathematics, statistics, advanced analytical techniques, and principles to process large amounts of complex, big data. Data science is also called data-driven science. But what is the data that is gathered? Where does this data come from? The information that is accumulated comes from many sources, including cell phones, social media, healthcare surveys, and e-commerce websites, to name a few. For example, data can be used to identify and predict diseases or offer personalized healthcare recommendations in healthcare. Data acquired from retail businesses can help optimize sales and learn which type of customers prefer which products. Finally, shipping companies can analyze data to maximize their shipping routes, making them more efficient when shipping freight. Characteristics of big data. Data science starts with big data, but what is the difference between the two? Data science is an area of study, while big data refers to extremely large data sets. This data is quite complex. Therefore, a technique to collect and process that large amount of information is necessary, and that is the primary purpose of big data. Some of the data set that involves big data are stock market data, sporting events and games, social media, and scientific research data. Big data consists of 5 characteristics called the 5 V's. The 5 V's are volume, variety, velocity, veracity, and value. Volume is the size and the amount of the data that companies must analyze and manage. For any data to be processed as big data, the size must be taken into consideration. Variety is important because big data can involve various types of data. Variety also refers to the nature of the data. Is it structured, semi-structured, or unstructured? Structured data is organized. Semi-structured data is partially organized. Log files are a type of semi-structured data. Unstructured data is not organized and cannot fit into a database's typical column and row organization. An example of this is videos and pictures. Velocity entails the overall speed the data is accumulated from sources like machines, social media, and networks. The flow of big data is not only enormous but constant, and keeping up with all the incoming new data is a priority. As networks and hardware increase in power every year, the speed of data increases. An example of the velocity of big data is Google Search, which receives 63,000 searches per second each day. That is a large amount of data. Veracity refers to any inconsistencies in data due to its complexity. With so much data flowing at a high rate of speed, things can get messy and uncertain. So being able to sort out those inaccuracies can avoid more significant issues later. Value consists of how useful this data is to the company. If a company has a large amount of big data, but it is no good and has no use, it has no value. If data has no value, it can be converted into something useful to gain more information. How is data science different than data analytics? Many often confuse data science with data analytics or interchange the two, but they are different areas. Most of the aspects of each field overlap with one another since they both involve processing data. Data science creates questions that can potentially forecast the future based on past patterns. Meanwhile, data analytics finds answers to existing questions by extracting meaningful insights from many data sources. Data analysts have many responsibilities within the field, depending on the industry or the company. They use tools to answer questions businesses may have by analyzing the data gathered. For instance, data analytics can answer the question of why sales dropped over a quarter of a business. It can also answer why an advertising campaign fared better in one region over the other. Data scientists need to find the questions that the analysts will answer later. Data scientists use various techniques to get the answers with computer science, statistics, predictive analytics, and machine learning. Data science, data analytics, and machine learning are all different fields that have other purposes, but they relate to one another differently. While data analytics finds the answers and data science develops the questions, machine learning gives machines or computers the ability to learn from various data on their own, without any human interaction. Machine learning is a subset of AI, artificial intelligence, since both involve automating the process of data analysis. Both give machines the ability to learn, grow, adapt, and develop by themselves. The overall approach for each one is that it's much more efficient to teach a computer or machine how to learn versus programming it to perform tasks. A great example of machine learning is virtual assistants. These AI-powered voices within our electronics are able to learn and personalize requests based on learning algorithms. The more they learn about the user, the more straightforward the request can be fulfilled. Data science and machine learning intersect because data science represents the overall process of finding meaning to the gathered data. Machine learning can assist the quest for collecting data because its purpose is to learn from data. Data science cycle. The concept of data science is vast and can take on many forms, but it still follows a life cycle no matter what form it takes. The cycle begins with the capturing of data. This data can be found on smartphones, in laboratories, or through surveys. Next is to maintain the data. The data is cleaned during this stage by organizing it and filtering it as needed. Once the data is organized, it must undergo being processed. Processing data can be done in many ways, such as data mining or analysis. After that, the data is analyzed and published. Data is published when it is shared in workflows, as code, or when used to create a database. Finally, the data is used in communications to index, store, or preserve. Following a life cycle is essential to data science to give the desired outcome. Every team or project is different, so the way the data is handled during each phase may be tailored to the specific project, but the cycle will work as a roadmap. How is data science used every day? As mentioned, data science is very important to many industries and businesses. Data is how they determine which direction they can take their companies. One example of how it is used is with targeted ads. Whenever you're browsing social media or searching the internet with a search engine, you may notice ads along with a web page. Sometimes these ads may reflect items you're interested in or have searched for when browsing. These are targeted ads. The information gathered from your internet activity is used by many companies to understand their user base better. Data science and advertising go hand in hand because having the right amount of data is essential to creating the right ads, which can boost the sales of a business. Another example of data science used in everyday situations is dating apps. Dating apps use a unique algorithm when a user continuously engages with the app. Often these programs will encourage you to fill out your profile completely to better succeed in finding a potential match. Data science gathers the information with an account profile to learn more about the particular user and what interests them. These dating apps have access to a lot of information, such as hobbies, education, and preferences. This data is then processed with an algorithm and compared to other profiles that may be a match. The gathering of data is essential in the modern world. Without data science, many industries and businesses would struggle with gaining or keeping customers. Data science, data analytics, and machine learning all have significant impacts on the way data is used and processed. Although they are not interchangeable terms, they can entwine with one another. Data science is an umbrella term for many areas of the field. There are many areas of this discipline. Some specializations in the field are data engineering, database management and architecture, and data visualization. Every industry or business needs to incorporate data science at some point into their line of work. While it may seem to be an exhausting topic but provides unparalleled information for the company. This data can help find potential problems before they surface by asking the questions ahead of time. With data analytics, an industry can use anything gathered to resolve misunderstood issues, such as product performance. That's all for today. I'll see you in the next video.